But dude, there was a team that I was like super hyped about a couple years back.
Bro,
And
I was
look,
just thinking about it.
I'm like, dude, it's like it's looking more and more like a dumpster fire these days.
They were supposed to be in the second round right now.
No, dude, like in the beginning of the year, like I think when we were doing one of our contender series, the Miami Heat, like the teams that we were talking about, like, yo, who do you think, Andrade, who do you think is going to be meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals? What's going to come with first in your head is the Celtics because they got Kemba and the 76ers. Because, yo, they had Horford. They had Ben Simmons, hopefully with a damn three-pointer or shoot a damn shot.
Yeah.
Josh Richardson, you know, a nice young piece that they got in that Butler trade from the
Came
Miami
from that
Heat.
Heat culture, yeah.
And obviously Joel Embiid, but bro, that went
South real Hey
went.
man, I told you, man, that team, I never believed in them. Even though this year was the 1 year where I think I said in one of our videos that like maybe I might believe him for this year, but then it just.
But what I want to ask you is obviously the hype is like all gone. Do you think it's time for fuck the process and get a new era with the 76ers or what?
I think you even put this in one of our Insta posts.
Maybe.
Because we did talk about this. But I've said this earlier, and I'll say it again. It's time for a new 76ers era and time to break up the process. Just break it up, throw it out. It was never working. Early on, there were so many signs that this shit wasn't working. Okafor, Fultz. Those are like little shadow hints, foreshadowing to like the GM. Like, you know, sometimes life just be throwing you little hints. They should have been like, oh shit, this is like karma for tanking for so long and letting our fans down.
Yeah, but
and now it all blew up in their faces.
Nah, but I mean,
bro, it didn't work. Look, the biggest lesson from the process, biggest lesson from any basketball fan, anyone who's trying to study the game, wants to be a coach one day, and they've even talked about this on some shows, is that you can tank all you want and hire and draft the best talent that you can at your position, whatever your position is in the draft lottery.
but if your organization is shit.
No, it's not just that. That is a big reason though. But if the pieces don't fit, if the chemistry isn't there, then it doesn't matter. You can have the most talented team, but guess what? Egos might butt heads, or maybe they just don't like each other's style of play. Maybe they don't mesh well on the court, or maybe they don't fucking mesh well outside the court. And guess what? That chemistry, like, what's the word for it? But like that bad chemistry could seep in onto the court. You know what I mean? And I do agree though with Shaq. He's said it before. You don't need to be fucking butterflies and rainbows with your teammates for you to win.
No, obviously not. I mean,
but if it's bad and it's consistent, it's not gonna work. And I think that's what we've learned.
I think it's more on the court with the 76ers, but there's got to be something with the off court as well, because I was reading
off court, but it's also, I'm telling you, the pieces to the puzzle have to fit. And they weren't fitting for like 2 years now with Embiid and Simmons. They weren't. Like, they just, on court, there's the way they play, Simmons don't shoot for shit, and Embiid wants to shoot for whatever fucking reason, because now all these big guys want to like play positions that kind of don't make sense for some of them. You know what I mean? Like Davis too. Like, yo, if you're a center, just you got the height, just fucking learn. Like Shaq says it all the time, bro. Just fucking learn a hook shot. And when you can shoot outside, you can shoot outside. But yeah, so they were just not working.
But okay, but what do you think with the 76ers? Is there something like, you know, like blow up the team, like, yo, trade Ben Simmons and trade Joel Embiid, or you just give it one more chance? Because okay, what you got to think about it too is they're married to a lot of these players.
Well, that's what I was getting. The only reason
they might need a new voice.
The only reason they need to, I mean, they fired a coach.
Yeah, they did, obviously.
But
yeah,
that's the thing also. Like when shit crumbles in an organization, the first scapegoat is always the coach. Always the coach, unfortunately. But the only reason I would give this team one more year, and I know some people have said it too, like Chris Broussard and shit. I get it. Their contracts, they've invested so much damn money into some of these players. Like, all right, you give it one more year because you kind of have to. You know what I mean, in a way. But honestly, if this was just like fucking 2K, or you could just do whatever the fuck you want, or you can just play hypotheticals, I would blow this team up already. I would trade.
Who would you
honestly,
trade?
bro,
Would you trade?
that's what I was about to get.
Would you trade
I
Embiid or Simmons?
don't even give a fuck who you trade. Like, if I was a GM, honestly, I would just look at this and be like, look, one of them just has to go, and we'll figure it out from there. It's kind of like when Shaq and Kobe, they had to like break them up. Like, people wanted to keep Shaq, they kept Kobe. But if they kept Shaq and traded Kobe, the Lakers would have still won at some point, in my opinion, a championship or two. You know what I mean? Because you still got the Diesel and you build around the Diesel.
Well,
I think the same thing with these two. Whoever you get rid of, you can still build around either or.
I think long term the Lakers did the right thing per se.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Kobe's the younger star.
I think that was a big part of it. Yeah. And also he was a guard.
Yeah.
But look, what this is, Embiid has a lot of injuries. I don't like how Simmons plays, to be honest. Like, the fact that he hasn't progressed, he reminds me of a Wiggins. So, I would keep Simmons and trade Embiid only if I foresaw bringing a star into the 76ers and telling Simmons to shut the fuck up and you're going to be the Robin.
No, but okay.
Because Simmons will make a phenomenal Robin.
All right, but supposedly what's hearing is there's a trade rumor apparently that they're going to trade. I mean, or maybe the Warriors should trade for Embiid. They had the number 2 pick. I'm not quite sure. Probably Edwards or LaMelo is gonna go number 1.
Dude,
so I'm like, dude, you trade him to Golden State. You get the number 2 pick.
I'm actually excited for this draft.
You get the best big man in the NBA coming out, James Wiseman. There you go. You know, he could be a replacement for Joel Embiid. Mm-hmm. Golden State, they get a 3rd star to complement Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and you just throw in like the contracts to make it work. Even though a lot of people might be pissed off if Embiid actually does go to Golden State, because they might become,
But that's what it might be, like a DeMarcus Cousins situation where Embiid continues to get these injuries, which I think maybe not.
Nah, but he's been relatively healthy.
Yeah, and the Warriors have a very good.
They have a good health
stat. Yeah. I mean, it didn't work out with the KD situation, but that's another story.
They won 2 championships. That's what matters.
Yeah. But I actually would agree with you. If they got LaMelo or Anthony Edwards, like the 76ers, I think that could actually fit pretty well with Simmons. Or even Embiid, but with Simmons, because like
then the number 2 pick,
they both play. Yeah,
I think
like
Edwards
guard positions.
I think Edwards would be a better fit, but I think Edwards is gonna go number 1. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, you guys already know this is Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. We're gonna catch you guys pretty soon. These playoffs have been lit.
Yeah, they have. But you'll catch us talking about the second round soon enough.
But for now, you guys.
For now, we'll catch Utah possibly whooping Denver's ass, and we get to watch Luka and Kawhi tonight.
We're in for a treat. Is we're gonna see playoff Pete, or are we gonna see pandemic Pete?
Let us know if you guys want us to do a Luka topic. Actually, put that in the comments, because I'm so down to talk about that guy. He is next big thing. Might be the next possible face of the league.
He may already be, but
chill. What are you saying?
We'll see. Anyways, guys, take it easy.
Take care.